It was 11:59 p.m. when Emma Walker stared at her phone screen, her heart pounding so loud she could hear it in her ears. Her room was dark, lit only by the blue glow from her phone. She had stayed awake this time, on purpose. She wanted to see it happen. Every night for the past 2 weeks, at exactly midnight, a new picture appeared in her phone's gallery. It always showed her sleeping, her eyes closed, her blanket pulled up, her face peaceful. But Emma lived alone. Her mom worked night shifts at the hospital, and her dad, well, he hadn't been around since she was little. No one else had a key to the house, and no one should have been there to take those pictures. The digital clock on her nightstand blinked. 11:59 turned to 12 o'clock. Her phone buzzed softly in her hand. She gasped. A new photo appeared in her gallery. The thumbnail popped up. Emma swallowed hard, her fingers trembling as she opened it, her breath caught in her throat. This time, the photo didn't show her sleeping. It showed her wide awake, staring straight into camera. And behind her, in the darkness of her room, a tall shadow with long fingers was reaching toward her shoulder. Emma dropped her phone and screamed. The room stayed silent. Her heart raced. She looked around, her lamp flickering. The air felt heavy, like something unseen was holding its breath with her. She reached the phone again, her hand shaking so badly she almost dropped it a second time. She looked at the picture once more. The shadow was still there, closer this time. It had no face, just a black shape, smooth and hollow. Then the photo changed. She didn't press anything, didn't swipe. It changed on its own. The shadow was gone now. And in the new image, Emma's side of the bed was empty. Empty. The clock blinked 12:01. And from somewhere behind her, under the hum of her ceiling fan, she heard a soft click. The sound of a camera taking another picture. Then everything went dark. To be continued. Emma woke up that morning with the sun in her eyes. She blinked, confused, sitting up slowly. Her phone was on the floor. The screen was cracked. Her lamp had fallen too. She rubbed her forehead, trying to remember what had happened. She thought she'd screamed, but maybe it was a dream. She unlocked her phone and opened the gallery again. Her chest tightened. The last photo was still there. She saw herself, eyes open in the shadow. It was real. It had happened. She ran to her mom's room, but the bed was empty. The house was quiet. Saturday morning sun poured through the windows like nothing had ever gone wrong. Emma turned on the TV to distract herself. The morning news played softly, but she wasn't watching. She kept looking at the photo. The more she stared, the more it bothered her. The photo wasn't just of her. There was something in the corner, a reflection in her mirror, a faint, human-shaped blur, and it was standing where she was sitting right now. She threw the phone onto the couch and jumped to her feet. Her breathing was sharp, fast. She turned around slowly, staring at the mirror. Nothing, just her own reflection, pale and scared. Her phone buzzed. A message popped up. Unknown number. Don't delete the pictures. Her mouth went dry. She looked at the message again. There was no contact name, no profile picture, just that one line. She turned off her phone and tossed it onto the table. For the rest of the day, she tried to forget about it. She did her chores, watered the plants, and fed her cat, Milo. Every sound made her jump. The washing machine spin, the creak of the hallway floorboards, even Milo's soft meows. She kept checking the time, dreading when night would come. When her mom came home that evening, Emma finally told her what had been happening. The photos, the messages, the shadow. Her mom smiled sadly, brushing it off as a bad dream. Honey, you've been up late scrolling. You probably took those pictures by accident. But, Mom, Emma said, her voice small, I don't remember taking them. And one showed me awake. Her mom sighed and kissed her forehead. You're just stressed. Promise me you'll sleep early tonight, okay? Emma nodded, though she didn't believe her. That night, she placed her phone face down on her desk, covered a camera lens with a sticker, and locked her door. She even turned off Wi-Fi. No way anything weird could happen now. She checked the clock, 11:45 p.m. Her heart thumped with every tick. She curled up under her blanket, flashlight off, breathing slow. 11:59. Her phone vibrated. She froze. 12 o'clock. The screen lit up by itself. A faint click. Then another buzz. Emma pulled the blanket tighter around her head. She wanted to look, but she couldn't move. Her body felt heavy, her chest tight. It was like something was pressing down on her. Finally, she reached for the phone with shaking hands. There was IMG_1314, a JPG. Her fingers hovered over it. She tapped. Her eyes widened. The picture was taken from the ceiling. It showed her lying in bed, the blanket halfway off, her eyes shut tight. But in the top corner, near the ceiling vent, a hand, long and pale, hung down from the darkness, holding the phone. Her own phone. She dropped it. Her flashlight rolled off the bed, landing on the carpet. She jumped up and aimed it at the vent. The cover was loose. Something moved behind it. A whisper brushed against her ear. Smile. She screamed and stumbled back as the vent cover fell to the floor with a clatter. Dust blew out and a soft, strange laugh echoed from inside. Then the flashlight flickered and died. Darkness swallowed the room again. Emma's phone buzzed one last time on the floor beside her. A new photo had appeared. It was completely black, except for one thing: 2 glowing eyes, and a faint reflection of her own terrified face. Emma didn't move. The phone lay on the carpet in front of her, the screen still glowing faintly. Those 2 small lights in the photo looked like eyes staring right at her, round and white against a field of darkness. Then the screen went black. Her breath came out in quick, shaky gasps. "Mom," she whispered, her voice trembling. No answer. The house was silent, except for the soft hum of the refrigerator in the kitchen far down the hall. She bent down slowly, picked up the phone, and pressed the power button again. Nothing. The battery had died. The sudden quiet made her skin crawl. She turned on her flashlight again, but it only glowed weakly now. The vent above her bed still hung open. A trail of dust drifted down from it, like tiny gray snowflakes. Emma stepped back, her heart hammering. "Hello," she called into the darkness. No reply, only a faint scratching sound from inside the vent, as if something small was moving away. She backed up until her legs hit the wall. Then she reached for her bedroom door handle and pulled. Locked. Her own lock. She had locked it earlier to feel safe. Her hands shook as she twisted it open. She bolted down the hall to her mother's room. "Mom!" she cried, shaking her. Her mom blinked awake, confused. "Emma? What on earth?" "The vent. There's something in the vent." Her mom frowned, grabbed a flashlight from the nightstand, and followed her back. They both stood under the open vent, shining the light up into it. Nothing. Just empty metal. "See," her mom said softly. "Probably just a raccoon or a bird. The vent goes outside." "It talked to me," Emma whispered. Her mom sighed and rubbed her temples. "You need sleep, sweetheart. I'll call maintenance in the morning." She helped Emma close the vent cover and tucked her back in. "Keep your phone charging. I'll be right down the hall." When the door closed, Emma lay staring at the ceiling, every muscle in her body tight. She couldn't sleep. Every few minutes she thought she heard something. A faint hum, a soft breath, the click of plastic. Morning came slowly. Light filled her room, and the sounds of birds made everything feel almost normal again. Her mom had already left for work. A note sat on the table. "Maintenance coming at noon. Stay home." Emma plugged in her phone. It took a minute to turn on. When it did, she went straight to her gallery. Her throat went dry. There were now 3 new photos, all from last night. The first one showed her staring at the vent. The second, her running out the door. The third, she didn't even want to look at it. But she couldn't stop herself. It was taken from right behind her. She could see the back of her head, her hair moving as she ran. And behind that, just a blur like a shape made of smoke. She felt dizzy. How could something take those pictures while she was awake and moving? She spent the rest of the morning pacing the living room, waiting for the maintenance man. Every creak of the floor made her flinch. When the doorbell finally rang, she almost cried with relief. "Morning," said the man, stepping inside with his toolbox. His name tag read Caleb. "Your mom said there's a vent problem?" "Yes." "Something's in there," Emma said quickly. He smiled kindly. "Let's see what we've got." Caleb climbed on a chair and opened the vent again. He shined his light inside, then frowned. "That's odd." "What?" "Looks clean, but the camera on my phone just froze." Emma blinked. "Your phone?" "Yeah," he said, tapping the screen. "Just black." "Huh, never seen that before." He shrugged, closed the vent, and said, "All done. Probably just dust or static messing with the camera." But Emma knew better. That wasn't static. It was watching. After he left, she sat in the living room staring at her phone. The message from the unknown number was still there. "Don't delete the pictures." Her thumb hovered over the gallery app. She wanted to delete everything. Instead, she opened it one last time. The images began to shuffle by themselves, sliding like a slideshow. Each one flashed for less than a second. Sleep, awake, vent, shadow. Then a new picture appeared, one she hadn't seen before. It wasn't taken in her room. It showed the outside of her house, her bedroom window, curtains drawn, and in the faint reflection of the glass, someone was holding a phone. Her phone. Emma ran to the window and yanked the curtains open. Bright daylight blinded her. Nothing outside but the yard and the tall oak tree. But her phone buzzed again. A text from the same unknown number. It said, "Check your front door camera." Her hands shook as she opened the home security app. The feed loaded slowly. The front porch appeared, empty except for a small box sitting on the welcome mat. Her name was written on it in neat handwriting. She stared at it through the screen. The camera blinked, the feed glitched, and for a split second, she thought she saw someone standing behind the box. Then the feed cut to static. Emma backed away from the phone. The living room felt colder now. Milo the cat hissed suddenly and ran under the couch. The doorbell rang. Once, twice, then 3 times in a row. Emma covered her mouth to keep from screaming. Through the peephole, she saw the box again. No one around. Her phone buzzed. A new picture appeared. It showed her, standing at the door, looking through the peephole, but she hadn't taken it. The angle was from behind her. She dropped the phone. The door handle began to turn, slowly, as if someone on the other side was testing it. Then, 3 sharp knocks. Emma froze in place, staring at the door, waiting for it to stop. The knocking stopped. Her phone buzzed again, still on the floor. She bent down and looked at the screen. One new message, from the same number. It read, "Midnight comes early today.